I now declare the I now declare the regularly scheduled meeting for the Natrona County Board of County Commissioners for Tuesday, June 1st, 2021 to order. Could we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Hendry.
Here.
Commissioner Kaufman.
Here.
Commissioner Milne.
Here.
Commissioner North.
Here.
Chairman Bertolio.
Here. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I would, Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Or the consent agenda as presented.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Milne, seconded by Commissioner North to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion on any item? There being none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. At this point, we have nothing additional as far as official business. If there's anybody in the audience would like to address the commission, please come forward and state your name and address for the record.
Testing. Good evening, Andrew Schneider, 8711 Everett Lane. First, I just wanted to thank Eric and Michelle for fielding an email inquiry from me last week to schedule a work session appointment with you all, and I look forward to hearing back when you all have the time. I know they keep you busier than a squirrel on speed running around here. But in the meantime, I didn't want to delay in getting in front of you all to let you know that I've accepted an appointment to fill a vacancy on the Casper Mountain Fire Protection District Board of Directors. And relative to my inquiry for a work session, just wanted to show up and ask you to keep us in mind as you're looking at American Rescue Plan funding. We had about $100,000 shortfall between equipment reaching the end of its usable life this year and our property tax income. As one of the large landowners up in our district, the county has been incredibly helpful in the past, and I appreciate Commissioner North in sending some resources and funding opportunities our way that we're pursuing. But one of the things I've been asked to do is just turn over every stone to help us find the resources we need to kick butt for our residents and the whole community up there on the mountain. So unless you have any questions, that's all I got.
Okay, any questions? Commissioner North.
Andrew, would you get a list of the equipment that you guys are looking for to replace and stuff like that? I know there was a lot of questions about that as far as what you were actually looking for, so that you can get some numbers together, give us a better idea.
Yes, and Eric asked for sort of a written proposal for that. I met with the chief over the weekend and have a first draft in process that should have over to you. So after our next regular meeting on June 14th, we'd be ready to schedule something anytime in June after that, while you all are still working on budget stuff and haven't earmarked all the ARP funds elsewhere.
Okay.
We're in no hurry to earmark any of it because it is incredibly complex, and there's so many pots of money out there that what was recommended to us is, before you commit 100%, go see what other pots are out there to stretch it. Mm-hmm. So we will not be allocating any significant sum of our funds. I would not anticipate in the next 6 months. So as we have till 2024 to have it all encumbered, and 2026 to have it spent. So we have lots of time.
Great, and we'll have more equipment dying in the interim, so we'll be back here again.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else wishing to address the commission? As there appears to be no one else, comments by commissioners. Commissioner North.
Well, I think we're all in the stage of the year that is always a challenge, going through the budget. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes this year with all the additional funding that's come through. and trying to figure out what we can use and where we can use it. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise, but at the same time, we have to look at, our kids are going to have to pay for this also, one way or another, so it'll help us now, but not quite sure how the country's going to pay for it in the long run.
Okay. Vice Chair Kaufman.
Mr. Chairman, I have nothing tonight, but thank you very much.
Commissioner Milne.
Yes, sir. While we're going through these budgets and everything like that, currently, concern of mine, one of them for this year, is how dry it is. We're going to have to potentially keep that in mind for any potential fire suppression costs that are going to come up this year, because it may be significant if we don't get any water or if anything big comes up. So mountain residents really need to, if you see anything smoldering, better put it out.
And be careful.
That's all I got.
Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Hendry.
I'd echo what Commissioner Milne said about dry, and what's it supposed to be, 90 degrees Friday? If we have a 40-mile-an-hour wind, it isn't going to take long to turn this brown. But so that'll affect us long-term. Other than that, CNFR Rodeo is going to start on June 13th before we come back here. There's going to be a fly-in associated with it out at the airport. I don't know how big a deal that's going to be, but that's going to be the 18th and 19th. So it would encourage everybody to go to CNFR. It's quite a show. Everybody's glad to be back. And that's all I'd have, Mr. Chairman.
And I have nothing, so we are adjourned.